Well, it's the following morning, and late last night when I was clearing up everything on the driveway, decided to put the wheels back on the car and noticed that the bearings had gone. It was no surprise to me. Luckily, don't need to panic because I actually have two wheel bearings in stock in my garage, because this car just eats wheel bearings. Ever since I built this car and started putting it on track, it just absolutely destroys the bearings. I don't know why. Maybe it's the old cambers. And when I say maybe, I mean, it's absolutely that. And also the fact that this is just a motorway cruiser, not designed for track use. But anywho, so I'm gonna have to change those, then get the back of the car up and finish doing what I need to get done on that. Check the brakes. Similar sort of thing, as I did with the front. Need to do that with the back. Need to try and wash it at some point as well, because tomorrow it's going off to get more work done by someone else. So anyway, now if you remember earlier on in the video when I said how simple and easy this car is to work on, well, I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to change the front wheel bearings on this car. And pretty much all I've got to do, steering lock's on, steering lock's off, calipers off. Again, I reckon this is going to take me 10 minutes. 10 minutes to change the entire front wheel bearing and have it back together. Again, I just don't understand why cars can't be made more simple. Pop that back there, out of the way. Pads off. Got to take the carrier off, pop that cap off to get to the nut that's on the axle, and undo it. You'll see, it's so simple. Carrier bolts loose. I guess whilst I'm here, I'll clean up this carrier whilst it's off the car. Carrier off, disc off. I can't replicate that. Well, I couldn't really seem to get any movement on the bearing, but when the wheel's bolted up to it, there's definitely movement. So I don't know, I'm going to whip it off, investigate the inside of it. See what it's saying. It might just be worth changing them anyway, as I've come this far. I mean, the bearing grease is sort of all over the place. But that is it. That's about as difficult as it is to change the front wheel bearing. You know what? I'm just going to change it and clean it up a bit, and then I'll investigate that other one. See, people worry about rust. I welcome it. It makes my car lighter, which means it's faster. You see? There's always a positive somewhere. Alright, well, that's the hub cleaned up. Now, another reason why it could be eating wheel bearings is this shaft here could be, like that. And that means not good. Basically, if it's warped over just years of heat cycles, or I guess abuse on track, that will probably also affect it. But I mean, I never had any problems before I built this car to this form that it is, so it's what makes me think it's the camber. All right, let's get that wheelbarrow. That's good. Huh, didn't come with a new nut. Luckily I have an old one. When I say old, it's done like 2,000 miles. So it'll have to do. I might just put a tiny bit of copper slip. Ah, that's not good. Okay, well, after that really annoying scenario just unfolded, I've now pressed the bearing back together. Put a tiny bit of copper slip on the kingpin, is it called? Can't remember. Anywho. Oh man. Things aren't going too smoothly with this car. Maybe it's because it knows I only have like 3 days to get ready. 2 of which I won't even have the car. Okay. Well, that was a critical snapping point, which is just where you want it. Well, I'm going to order up another 2 of these. And I'm going to take the old ones with me to Germany. Just in case I have any issues. As I didn't like that came apart then, but I mean, it pressed back together nice and easy, so. Right, let's put this back together, finish the other side. Right, well, I did the other side. The car is now jacked up on the back end, as you can see. I'm gonna quickly change the only thing left to do on the service side of things, which is the fuel filter. And then I'm gonna rebuild that back end. Now the original fuel lines broke, God, like 10 years ago. Actually, yeah, 2014. So I just ran normal fuel hose, snipped the fuel line back there, and then attached normal just fuel hose. It actually makes it so much easier to change the fuel filter. You should have those stupid clips. Holy moly. Like so. How easy is that? It might be worth me changing these. I do have new hose. And as I'm here, I may as well do it. I've got the old bits of hose snipped off. I've got the new hose here. And we're just gonna, well, simply take these off. They have swelled up quite a lot, considering this was originally, you can see. So, you know, they were okay, and they'd probably last a bit longer, but preventative maintenance. Like so. Get this in its new home. Well, I got the new lines fitted. That was a pain in the ass getting them on. Probably because they're new and tight. Now, obviously, I don't need these plastic clips because I don't have the original hardware. You just take this off. Oops. Make sure it's facing the right way, guys. We've got a little arrow. And then, just simply, like so. You know, I actually prefer using these than the plastic clips. Rust in the eyes. Right, let's. I don't like that that isn't holding. Why are you not doing the thing that I'm asking you to do? Well, probably because, you know, it's old and it's been undone 8,000 times. Yeah, well, I know it's been undone 8,000 times, but you could just do it one more, that'd be great. Well, you know, I'm trying. Right, let's just. Right, let's give it a start. Make sure there's no leaks. Come on. Draw the fuel. Well, no leaks, so that's good. The old LSD's working. Well, I've finally fitted that fuel filter, so the only thing left to do now is that rebuilding of the rear end. I'm talking all the bushes, subframe bushes, drop links. You know, I'm even going to hit some of that rust. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, you've got 2 days. How are you going to, you know, it's a lot of work. Well, let me show you. Boom. Rust converter. That is what I'm going to do. Rust converter. Converts rust to ready to paint surface. Wipes out rust for good. Anywhere rust attacks. Well, rust attacks this entire car. So let's just see how good this stuff is. Oh yeah. Rebuilding. New drop links. New everything. Oh, in the eyes. Ow. Yes. This is good stuff. Well, this is what the finished product looks like. Yeah. I mean, it's less orange rust. Hey, we just have to find out. Well, that's pretty much as I'm going to be doing now today. I got the car back on its wheels. The entire back end has all been checked. Pads, rebuild, all is good. I was going to be washing the car, but I got a big old storm coming in. So it's going to pretty much stop any future progress with what I want to do today. But to be fair, washing the car really isn't a necessity. Now, the other thing on my list, let's consult my list. Well, things we can get rid of. Full service. Complete. Check pads. Come on now. Complete. Rebuilt the rear end. You saw me do that. Bushes. Drop links. I didn't change the fluid. I checked on the fluid again and it was absolutely fine. It's very clean. And to be fair, when I drove it from the MOT station the other day, considering it's been sat for 3 years, the pedal was very good. So I'm not going to change the brake fluid. Non-bolt check, complete. Why is this? The pen's not working, guys. Test drive and washing it, sending it. Those are the 3 things that I will do before and during my trip to the Nurburgring. Oh, I should actually mention, the thing that I didn't cross out there is cam belt. I'm going to be getting someone else to do that. Because on this car, it's sort of like this. That's how you route the cam belt on one of these engines. I'm not going to be doing that. I've always had a friend do it for me. So that's the only thing that I'm not going to do. And that will pretty much wrap this video up, guys. The next time you join me is when I'll actually be going to the Nurburgring. I think I might try doing like a part series because it's probably going to be quite big. This video is already going to be quite long anyway. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And of course, more videos coming along soon.